Welcome back, Wastelanders. I think that this video for today is going to be a knife dyeing video. I'm going to dye these scales for the honey badger, and I don't know what color yet. I may try to do a purple, and I'm going to, man, this knife is hard to open with one hand. I'm going to dye this, I'm going to try a red and get it to blend with the orange. And last but not least, I have this CJRB knife. I don't particularly like the grip. I like the knife, but I like the blade and everything, but I don't like the grip for some reason. But maybe with a new color I'll like it better. Try a green, and I don't know if I'll try another color on another color. I was going to start with a green and then end in a purple, just a hint of purple. All right, stay tuned. Okay, I'm back with the dye. And these are scales I'm first going to do because I'm almost out of red. And you can see here I separate the scales about this much, but I dip them when I'm trying to blend a dip at the same time, so it's got an even line on the other side of both the scales. So, and I don't know if anybody is concerned with the red of the ratio to water. I don't know how many ounces this can is. I fill it up almost to the top, and then I just use 4 capfuls of dye, and that usually works for my dye. And for the dye, the blended dye, I will just pick a point where I like the red to be mostly red, and then hold it in there for up to a minute, and then I'll just start blending it from there, dipping it and to constantly going in and out of the dip from the deep red, and blend it. And I might flip this over and add a purple on the other end. I'm kind of scared because I don't know how purple will take on the... I may not do it, but I may not do it to this. I may just do a red. So I'll check back with you later. So my attempt at the dye is working out. If you can't tell, I will probably try to work on the blend a little more and get the end a little darker, but it's coming along. So I'm not going to add purple to this. I don't know how it would take, but I'll add purple to the other knives. And I'll do the same process with the other knives, but I won't film them. I'll just film the results. Thanks. Okay, I'm back. This was a long process. I had trouble getting this one together. This was the easiest, and this is average, but this was very hard to get together. And I end up scratching the scales, you can see it in a couple places and along the spine. I had to use a screwdriver on this side and this side, and the screwdriver, I was tightening it, and the screwdriver just swung out once and then swung out again and scratched it. maybe those marks can be rubbed out. I don't know, because in theory the scales dyed all the way through, so I'll probably have to look up some process. Maybe I can use mineral oil on it and then rub it out. I don't know. So the this scale was like tan, if you remember, and I used the purple dye on it, and it came out looking black. I mean, it no long it didn't look purple at all. Even when I left it in like a minute, it like immediately went like this color. And I left it in a long time and thinking it will eventually look purple, but it didn't. So I'll film it. I'll take a picture in natural light sometime just to see outside light. I don't have I can't do that now, but see if any purple is in there. But that's okay, because I'm gonna do something with the hex colors. I'm gonna use something on the hex colors to bring out the detail. I don't know how yet, but eventually. So that's a future project. And this one, if you, by the way, videos will be, or pictures will be in the end of the video. You can see the process that I dyed some of these. I took a pictures. I started with a green, peacock green on, and I was going to leave it like the naked jade. But since this knife didn't come out purple, I said, maybe purple would look nice on this knife. And I think it wouldn't be my color palette I would go with, but I think it's not too bad. So I used purple on the end, and a royal purple and peacock green. So I probably should have taken into account this brass around the pivot and flop the colors, purple in here and green there. But the brass looks okay with the green too. So and when I was taking the pocket clip off, I don't know if it was put together roughly, whatever, but I don't know. When I took the screws out of here, the picket, or the pocket clip just broke in two, like on the, you'll see in the pictures, and I almost think that it was broken beforehand, maybe at the factory, and they just put it together anyway. So I couldn't use the pocket clip anymore because it was broke. And this is, I think, I don't know for a fact, but I think CJRB are like a crappy brand. I mean, maybe some knives are better nowadays, but this knife is not good. The scales are not skeletonized. It flips like shit. I mean, if you've seen the detent ball, it's like there's barely a detent ball there. So, and I tried to adjust it, but I can't get it to flip for shit. So I have to like use a mega wrist flip. I mean, I'm just basically pushing it out and flipping the wrist the rest of the way. It's too bad because I like the blade, and I like the handle better now. But it's not necessarily I don't think it's a well-built knife. But I mean, it's not falling apart or anything, but it's just not. I mean, it's definitely budget. I mean, I don't know how much I paid for it, If I paid more than $25, I would think I got ripped off, but I don't remember. Well, I bought it, and I remember not liking it immediately and just put it in a drawer. So, but maybe someone out there likes it with the die scales now. And I will never take the Civivi fracture apart again. This screw is not sitting flush as it is, so I don't have a vise anymore. I need to like borrow somebody's or go over to somebody's house that has a vise. The screwdriver turns, even though I'm holding it tightly, the knife moves too, so I need a vise just to get this. And this is the only problem area on this knife. Getting the blade with this bar in there, it was a pain in the ass too. I had to like do some trickery to get it back in there. Yeah, this wasn't easy to put back together, but I think it looks nice. It used to be orange, but I mean, I brought this out because I took it down to, like, I had it the same way it is this knife, but I end up like blending it a little more. Like it's a different color orange. It's darker anyway, but I took it further. So I kind of like it. I mean, other than the scarring that I screwed up, but I like it, and I still like this knife too. I think it came out fantastic, if not better than this. I don't know. Let me know what you think. So, for some time, it took me maybe 2 hours to take all these knives apart. Well, these three, and I spent most of the time getting this back together, and the blend. The blend for this was easy. The blend for this was a little bit time consuming. All right, take care, Racelanders. I'm out, and this is video number 2, or the countdown number 9. 10 days, 10 videos.